Oh, didn't see you there. That was so dumb. I'm making a vlog to celebrate hitting 20,000 subscribers, and actually when I say it like that, I can't believe that it's even real to think about it. Like, I only started making, my first video was uploaded just over a year ago, I think on April the 5th, and it just kind of took off since there, from there really. This has all been kind of a bit of a whirlwind, to be honest. I never really anticipated anything to get my channel to get anywhere near this kind of size, and I just thought I'd give you a little story about my history on YouTube. In fact, this channel here is my 5th attempt at a YouTube channel, so I thought maybe I could tell you. So let's rewind to 2008, I think. Actually, it's probably 2009. I was in college, and me and some chums decided to start making some sort of skits and put them on YouTube, just like little video sketches. I'm not going to give you the name of this channel because I don't want you to go back and watch these skits because they are pretty terrible. They were all filmed on this camera, which I totally had prepared, a Flip Minnow HD. That was that. But yeah, we just made little sketches and things.
What we do is there's 3 of us that go all over the world collecting spoons from ice cream parlours.
Tom, give up.
And they were pretty terrible. So we kind of played around on that channel for a bit, made quite a lot of videos in the end, but we both went, like the 3 of us that kind of did it, all went our own ways. That channel kind of split into 2 channels, one of which was mine, which was called Lownification, and one was my friend's, which was called the Apache Penguin Project, and he doesn't make videos very often. But yeah, the other one, which is mine, was called Lownification, and that was a bit of a disjointed mess on reflection, really. I made a lot of sketches and things.
Where are we, James?
I'll tell you where we are now, and I'll tell you where we are now. We are at Lowne, Alton Towers. Look at the castle, look at Sarah.
There's a bloody tree in the way.
Yeah, look at the castle. We're not doing a second take.
But I also made a lot of speed drawings. That was kind of, I think, what most of the channel was built upon. But in the end, unfortunately, it just never really got off the ground. As towards the end of the channel's life, very rarely would any of you get more than 100 views. If I did get over 100 views for any video, that would be a massive achievement for me. I'd be like, oh my god, over 100 views. Cause of celebration. So, you know, very small scale, that channel. And yeah, just the way I say it was just a disjointed mess. Just looking back, there was no focus to it really. It was speed drawing, then sometimes there were sketches. I even started making video game reviews on there.
Speaking of pains, let's get back to the task at hand. After arriving at Nook's, he gives you a quest. A quest, I hear you say? Will it be to take a sword to Princess Zelda on an epic journey across Hyrule? Will it be to slay 16 Colossi? Will it be to explore the farthest reaches of the Earth? Will it be to travel the very fabric of space and time itself? Nope, it's plant some trees and flowers around the shop. Animal Crossing, it's a game!
There were little cartoons I made on there, which is like my KSP avatar comes from a little cartoon animated series, which was very badly produced. It was like a cartoon. I'm pretty sure Grade A Under A completely ripped off my animation style there of just doing a slideshow on Windows Movie Maker, so I'm going to be suing him at some point.
U, Y, R and B are all examples of words. Yes, words. I can understand their use in texting on an old style phone keypad where typing is actually a rather time consuming affair, but on a keyboard all you're doing is showing that you can't be bothered to type 2 extra letters and that you're a lazy twat. It also annoys me that people think that
Even though I put a lot of time and effort into it, it only got to about 350 subscribers by the time I sort of abandoned it, and was getting about less than 100 views per video. There are only a couple of videos that actually got over 1,000 views, and over 1,000 views for me at the time was just mind-blowingly successful. So then, kind of towards the beginning of 2015, I started another channel which was called Twisted Prism, and this was my attempt at kind of giving Lownification a focus. So I made Twisted Prism, and that would be where all my speed drawings would go, specifically digital speed drawings, a lot of digital art. But yeah, that was kind of the first stage in kind of focusing Lownification. So by moving all my speed drawings onto one channel, I'd have my primary channel, and it'd be like this whole network, and it was going to be great, and everything was fine and dandy. And then I started playing a game called Kerbal Space Program, and this must have been, I must have started playing it in about summer of 2014 is when I first got the game, and I kind of got into it. I liked the game a lot. My channel started from doing the Reddit challenges. I remember the day it started. I just was browsing the Kerbal forums, and I noticed the thing that some people had the title Master Kerbal Naut and Super Kerbal Naut, and I really wanted a little title next to my name as well. So I kind of investigated how you get this, and there was a section called Reddit challenges where you complete a little challenge and they give you a flare, and that's how you do it. So I looked at the Reddit challenge of that week, and it was the landing a submarine on Eve. So I did the mission, and I didn't really want to make an Imgur album because that was a lot of effort. I didn't know if I'd be getting all the right images for the rules, because those challenges demand a certain number of screenshots and certain types of screenshots. So I wanted to cover my basis, but I decided to just make a video of it because I feel like I had accumulated quite a bit of experience video editing and sort of just things like that. So I decided to just edit this little goofy video together and upload it to YouTube and then submit that as my challenge entry.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that video subsequently blew up. So I uploaded it to my Matt Lowne channel because this was during the time I wanted to keep my Lownification channel focused. I'm like, no more video game content on that channel. This can go on just my regular John Doe, no effort account. Before the submarine video, I used my Matt Lowne channel for uploading Snapchat videos.
No, this one goes down.
It's your 24 hours, and don't forget to donate. Like a boss! Videos of me and my housemates at the time pre-drinking and playing Just Dance 2 whilst hammered.
Matt! What did I fucking tell you? I'll deck you in the face!
I've unlisted quite a lot of videos. In fact, if you go to Lownification now, a lot of the videos are unlisted. You won't find any of my video game reviews there. You won't find most of the rant videos either, because I'm I've got them saved on my computer in case I ever wanted to remaster them and use them on my Matt Lowne channel. So yeah, the Eve video did very well. I was like, oh, this could actually be something. So I did the next few challenges as well. So launching 2 rockets to the moon, landing on the moon with only solid fuel, and quite quickly I realised that my channel was gaining a lot of subscribers. It had surpassed Lownification within about the first month of its life. So I'm like, okay, let's take a step back, and maybe this is kind of what I could, this is something I could maybe do. So I really started getting into the game a bit more. Like, I really enjoyed the game, and I really still do. But yeah, I think the channel really started gaining growth when I discovered the space plane hangar, which must have been, I was around 80 hours into the game at this point. I really wanted to build space planes. And so I remember I sat in my chair at university and I said, I'm gonna get a space plane into orbit. That's my goal. And eventually I got a SSTO into orbit, and that was probably one of the biggest achievements I've ever done. The biggest achievements really, I think, in KSP were assembling my first space station. Was a massive, like, wow moment. Landing on Minmus for the first time, because that was the first body I landed on, other than Kerbin, I suppose. And I guess landing on Juno for the first time was a pretty big achievement as well, and returning from Juno. After that, kind of a diminishing returns on how satisfying things are in Kerbal Space Program. For me, those kind of the really big moments that stand out for me. And then, yeah, from there I was like, let's make an SSTO that can land on the moon. And at the time I was making these videos, there was a guy called Mr. Overfloater, and I guess Hazardish made some as well, but I think Mr. Overfloater was kind of the general kind of guy that made SSTOs on YouTube. And then ever since 1.0 came out, was it 0.9? Can't remember now, when basically air hogging broke and everyone just stopped making SSTOs overnight. There were just loads of SSTOs, and then like suddenly no one could make them anymore. And so I kind of said, this could be my chance. So I really kind of killed myself trying to make a SSTO that could land on the moon and Minmus and things. It took me a long time to come up with a design. I was constantly searching on YouTube and things, hoping that someone might have come up with a design that I could just then sort of, not steal, but, you know, like use as a basis for mine, and I could no one ever did. So eventually I managed to make a Minmus SSTO. Well, the first one was a MUN flyby plane that used a drop tank, and I managed to finally get one that could go to Minmus and deploy a small rover. Then I could upgrade that and get one that could have a crew cabin, but a very little fuel to spare. I think I had to use a MUN assist to get back to Kerbin in those videos, because it just didn't have the fuel to get back on its own. And I think just gradually sort of getting more and more experience, kind of everything started coming together. And I think one of the big moments for me was when I made that Argus class SSTO, which is the really big one that's kind of been the main foundation structure for all the subsequent planes. After that, the Argus class obviously being the one that first went to Juno, then went to Elu, and then that kind of served as the foundation for the Engiadine SSTO, which is part of the Argus class in my little imaginary classification of SSTOs, and that video blew up. That got loads and loads of views. And yeah, that's kind of been my main sort of, and then we made the Argus 2, and then I've made the Engiadine 2 as well, which has not been filmed yet, because I feel like at this point it's quite hard to go anywhere other than, I guess I could do an Elu landing. Would that be something that people want to see? Elu landing SSTO with 20 Kerbals? Would that be something people know? You guys know what you want to see more than I know what you want to see. So yeah, as for the future of where I want to go, I don't know. I think I'll just be continuing doing what I've been doing. I've got this little book here. Every time I think of a video or a video series, I kind of write it down in here. And oh yeah, that's funny. I just completely forgot I had this. When I first started playing the game, actually, I like sat down with Scott Manley's videos and just took notes on graph paper. And yeah, there's loads here. Let's see, we got how to land a target on the moon. Adjust angle of orbit 90 degrees to landing site. Keep apoapsis the same though. Apoapsis spelled wrong. Create maneuver node over target. Reduce. Oh my god, there's calculations and everything on what to do. Trigonometry in here as well to try and. I don't do anything. I never do maths in Kerbal Space Program anymore. Oh, how to do space stations and rendezvous. I had to make, these are all my notes on how to build space stations. I just like watched all the videos I could find, took notes, and then like did this is how like such a nerd I am really. And then interplanetary transfers. Anyway, let's just get back to yeah, this is kind of my ideas book. Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one as well. There's the Lathe C plane in there. That's one of them that I've already done. building a space station. That one did pretty well actually. I was surprised how well that video did. I just thought that would be a sort of a non-starter really, because like, I don't know, I suppose for me, like I have this really warped perspective about what's easy and what's difficult in Kerbal Space Program, because for me, building a space station is so trivial. Like, it's so easy to build a space station. I didn't really think anyone would find it that impressive, but then a lot of people commented saying, oh, I can't rendezvous 2 ships in orbit, it'd be really nice. So I guess, like, to me, a difficult thing in Kerbal Space Program would be to do a lathe SSTO. It's probably, like, that's kind of a hard thing to do. Like, a junior SSTO to me is not difficult anymore. I can build a junior SSTO quite easily. Same with Mun and Minmus, really, and Gilly, I suppose. Kind of lathe SSTOs, and I suppose by extension, sort of Pol, Bop, especially Val, and I guess, obviously, Tylo and Elu and things like that. But, yeah, I suppose that's kind of a thing that's holding me back, but I don't really think I've covered very much in this video, to be honest, other than sort of waffle on for probably far. I haven't been timing how long this has been. I've probably waffled on way too long, but yeah, I just thought I wanted to just make a video just to say, sort of keep in communication with everyone, and just to say thank you for sticking with me on this just over a year of YouTubing, and here's to the future. Here's to the future. I don't have a drink in this room. This is the only thing I have in this room, and it's a bottle of Smirnoff. Smirnoff, if you'd like to sponsor me. Here's to the future of Chaos Food. That's horrible, but yeah, that's the end of my vlog, my first vlog. So thank you for watching, and thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for subscribing, and here's to the future. I said it again.